Hey everyone, this is Pace from Pace's Crappie Fishing Channel. Today I'm going to be tying a CDC caddis. I'm going to be using size 6 Vivis thread in the color C09, which is like a light tan. I'm going to wrap from around a little bit behind the eye hole, or the eyelet, to the bend in the hook shank, just to start it off. Then I'm going to take a pack of light tan dubbing from like a squirrel or a beaver. Just a more natural, hairier dubbing. I'm just going to make a simple dubbing noodle on the thread, twist it on, and then slide it up closer to the hook. Took me a second here. But you slide it up right to the hook, and then wrap around until I get right up to the end of the thread. And then I kind of make the top a bit thicker, and then pull off whatever extra dubbing I have and put it back in the bag. Now I'm going to cover up. I'm going to keep wrapping and then cover up the little bits of thread, but leave some area on the hook without dubbing to attach the CDC. This is a light gray CDC. CDC is a very buoyant, light feather found near the anus of most waterfowl. Very unfortunate place for a feather to come from, but it works amazing in dry flies. I'm going to take 2 CDC feathers and put them back to back. Then I'm going to pinch it to make it, or kind of slide my finger up the feather to thicken the wing, or what's going to be the wing. And then I'm going to snip it to size. It's going to be a little longer than the hook shank itself. I'm going to then attach it by loosely wrapping around. It may take a couple tries. It's a bit harder to work with because my fingers are really big, but I'm tying this on a tiny little size 16 dry fly hook, a very light wire hook with a straight shank. I'm going to try and keep the CDC feather on top of the hook shank, and then cover up all the little loose ends close to the hook eye. Now, I'm going to take some vintage Metz hackle. That was a horrible shot of it, but this is vintage Metz hackle. A lot of the times you can find just normal hackle in any fly shop in a cream color. But I just got this from my uncle's friend. It's a pack of vintage Metz cream color dry fly hackle. I'm going to take one of the thinner strands of it closer to the bottom of the saddle and snip off the end I can pick off the end with the downy part and then cut it to where there's no downy left. Then I'm going to strip a small section of it off. This makes it much easier to attach to the hook. Then you wrap around that. It doesn't have to be on top because this we're going to wrap around the hook. I'm going to take a pair of hackle pliers. These ones are rotary hackle pliers. They're pretty cheap, but they're a really amazing tool to have. And pinch the tip of the hackle. Then I'm going to wrap around the tip, leaving a tiny little area with only thread on it. And I'm going to try and make a thick amount of, this imitates the legs of the fly. Then I'm just going to pull down on the hackle pliers once I secure it to kind of cut the end off. Then I'm going to wrap thread around, keep pushing the tiny bits of the hackle back that stuck forwards. And this wasn't the neatest head, but then we're going to whip finish it once you get most of the hackle fibers back. And this is one of the easiest dry flies you can make. Only requires 3 materials, and it's very good for bluegill. I've tried it for so far. I'm gonna try it for trout soon, but I haven't yet. I think it'll work. But have a great night, everybody.